Hi there. Throughout this interview, we are going to explore the best ways to conduct a first interview. We'll have a bit of fun with the do's and the don'ts, but all in all, we are hoping that this information will help you to prepare and conduct a really positive interview that hopefully leads to you being offered a position. In other videos on our site, we have talked about the importance of how you prepare for an interview and the mindset of treating your interview as if it's a sales presentation. So now let's look at how you put this preparation into action. First impressions are everything. So arrive to the premises with some time to spare. 15 minutes early is a good amount of time, but don't be too eager and arrive an hour early. If the interview is scheduled for 10 a.m, arriving at 9:45 a.m. is a good start. It's also best to be overdressed as opposed to underdressed. Not a good look to turn up looking like you just got out of bed and put yesterday's outfit back on. If in doubt, ask your recruiter what they recommend as a dress code. But for most corporate sales roles, the expectation would be that you are suited and booted. So you've entered the premises. You are greeted by a receptionist. You take a seat and observe the office environment while you wait for the person you are meeting to collect you. During this time, remember that without you knowing it, all eyes are on you and you are technically already being interviewed by the entire office. So make sure you give off a positive and confident demeanour whilst being extremely polite to all that you come into contact with. Looking disinterested, distracted, or not showing any respect to office staff is info that will certainly find its way back to the hiring manager. Once you greet your interviewer, the obvious body language is recommended. Strong eye contact, firm handshake, and a confident introduction of yourself. A nervous, hesitant, shy approach will kick things off on a bad note, as will addressing the interviewer as mate. As discussed in previous videos, at the start of the interview, jump on the front foot and kick things off by thanking them for the opportunity to interview for the role. We recommend pointing out from the outset that you have been briefed on the position from the recruiter and you plan on talking about where your experience is a fit according to the brief.
So Tegan, first and foremost, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. My recruiter has thoroughly briefed me on the role and the exact attributes you are looking for. So what I want to do first of all is take you through what my strengths and why I feel as though I'm a strong match for this position.
From here, you would most likely outline what you have been briefed on the role, followed by providing the interviewer a history of your career to date, covering each role you have held, the role responsibilities, what you sold, to what markets, and most importantly, your achievements in each position. You want to run the interviewer through your career story, but be mindful to be precise and not to waffle. It's certainly not advisable to go off on a tangent talking about how bad your previous manager was, or that one time you went on a work trip and ended up waking up in another city, or any other irrelevant content.
Yeah, mate. Look, I was born out west, about 45-50 minutes out from Ipswich. So went to high school there, local high school. Not too many kids there actually, mate. It was pretty small. And then yeah, just graduated there. Got my first job where I'm currently at actually. So.
Another tip is to not fall in the trap of becoming too familiar with the interviewer. Keep things professional at all times. Obviously, you want to mimic the style of the interviewer's demeanour, and if the mood is relaxed and conversational, then you don't want to come across as too stiff and rigid. However, you also don't want to become too relaxed, where you accidentally let fly an expletive or an inappropriate joke, which could quickly be the demise of the meeting. Remember, you are here to sell yourself and convince the interviewer that you are the best fit for the position. As the interview nears its conclusion and things are being wrapped up, you will probably be asked if you have any questions. It's advisable to have some questions pre-prepared that haven't been covered or questions that have arisen from the interview. A good one is,
So Tegan, can you tell me about the experience that your number one salesperson had prior to joining the company and what makes him so successful in this role?
what not to do is simply ask,
Yeah, mate. Actually, the most important one. What's the money?
Be sure to use the closing statements we have used in the previous videos as things wrap up. And as a final parting statement, it is absolutely recommended that you let the interviewer know how you feel about the position. If throughout the interview you feel it's a great role for you, then let them know that from your perspective, you are very interested and would love the chance to progress to the next stage of the process.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah. Well, hey, mate, you got a light?
No.
Yeah, thanks, champ.
The interview is now finished and you're on your way out, hopefully having left a great impression. Don't ruin it now by going outside and lighting up a cigarette or doing a burnout as you drive off. Thanks for watching, and we hope these tips assist you in nailing your interview and securing the job.